Hello and welcome to the show. This week's FailRace versus the community. We are running some C-Class Toyota Celica Supras. Our first race was at the Sedona Club Circuit, and having just edited the Datsun video with the reduced grip and stuff, these cars look incredibly fast. They're the fastest cars ever. Yeah, these are, C-Class is not hugely fast, but these look unbelievably quick compared to the Datsuns and the Golfs. I quite like this layout of Sedona. It's quite tough to overtake here, and things would go spectacularly wrong further back with a bit of old lag cannon going on that would mess up quite a large part of the field. A little bit of a shame, that one. And yeah, lag has been a little bit of a problem through a few recent races. However, us top three managed to pretty much escape away while strange lag cannoning was going on. We basically ran away off at the front. As I said, overtaking here is not particularly easy, and I had to get brave trying to go all the way around the outside of some. I don't think I've ever done a pass around the outside of that corner. Your best bet is into turn one, and maybe at the end of the first kind of straight. The rest of the track here, though, is pretty damn tough to overtake, and this is a scarily fast and very, very dangerous chicane. If you get it a little bit wrong there is this horrible sticky stuff around the outside there that you can end up in trouble. They almost go too wide. In the end, the bluey-grey Toyota was just quick enough to get away with it. For a large part of the first 3 or 4 laps of this race, not a lot happened, partly down to the lag sort of killing a lot of the field. As we come towards the first corner, the white Supra just lacking a little bit of straight line speed. I can't really do too much about it. Tries to go around the outside. It is just about possible to hold it off around the outside of turn one. Not particularly easy to do, and in the end, the black car has found a way past. At the front, I remained close to the leader, and I think it was sort of about the halfway stage. I got a very, very fast run through the chicane. I got brave. I risked running onto the horrible sticky stuff. With excellent drive onto the start-finish line, I could get my car to the inside, heading up towards turn one. Now, my Toyota was the better handling of the two, while the red car had a bit more straight-line speed. It wasn't a huge difference between the pair of us, it was just noticeable enough. So as we leave the first corner, the red car has got the acceleration to keep it around the outside. Then we come up towards the very fast sort of uphill chicane. I'm on the inside for the first bit, then we do the very stupid and be too wide around the top of the hill. It's a good thing we're in C-Class cars that are a little bit slower. You wouldn't want to be going too wide at the top of that hill most of the time, and still we remain side by side. I end up taking a little bit of a too shallow a line through the next corner. I'm a little bit slow on the exit, and the red car just manages to sneak back in front. And then, while yes, my car is a little bit grippier, I don't have the grip to go around the outside of this corner again, and the red car has managed to hold on to the position. That was yeah, that was good fun. It was through too wide through a couple of corners. We wouldn't really want to be too wide, but gave each other enough space. We got away with it. And again, I can't go sort of flat out through that chicane again, not when you're so close to the car in front, otherwise you're just going to end up in their boot. Further back, there was a three-way battle. I think this was for about 5th or 6th place between this group of cars who come up towards turn one, the blue vehicle. Having a look up the inside again, the car with the very large wing, it does look slightly odd, the custom wing you get on here, tried to hold it around the outside. This time he couldn't quite get away with it, and then they fall back into line as he really don't want to be too wide. We've seen many an accident trying to go too wide at the crest of this hill. It's a flat-out corner, just about. So yeah, trying to fit 2 cars there is not the easiest of things. As we come down this back straight, the dark blue car not quite got the straight line speed and ends up taking a slightly wonky line through the next corner. Is slow on the exit, and the white car with the humongous wing manages to get the position back. Yeah. It's a tough place to overtake around Sedona. We've seen some good racing around here, but yeah, you don't see too much overtaking. There's some random ghost smoke going on. Don't ask, I don't know what's that for. But yeah, today it was quite a bit going on. I remained trying to find a way past first place. I spent an entire race looking at the rear bumper of this car as we came on to the final lap. I had a big dive into turn 1. I got my car stopped. I just ran a little bit wide on the exit, and the red car pulls a cutback, and then I don't have the acceleration to try and keep my car alongside here. So as we head up towards the hill, I have to sort of settle for being behind. And while we had been scrapping with each other, you'll see the car in third place in the background was getting ever closer. On the run down the hill, I must have got a very good drive, because out of nowhere, I was suddenly very, very fast. Again, it's to the inside on the next corner. I have a bit of a dive. I run a little bit wide, and again, the red car can keep it around the outside all the meantime. Third place is getting ever closer, which means that I can't really go on absolute maximum attack. I've got one more place I can try and overtake. I did it before at this track. You have to be incredibly brave through the chicane and try and get a good run onto the start-finish straight and try and out-drag the car in front. I can't quite be as aggressive, as third place is right there, ready to pounce if anything goes wrong. I'm quick through the chicane, pull up alongside the leader. Third place is still sat in there ready in case anything goes wrong, and it's side by side as we come across the line, but I was just a little bit short. It was a fraction of a second between the pair of us. Third place was right there as well. Then my AI gets the overtake just to rub it in. A good fun race, that one at Sedona. Our second race, and we went to the Tsukuba circuit and up towards turn 1. As is customary with this track, I'm pretty sure we were 3 or 4 wide coming through the first quarter. Certainly everybody was too wide by the time we exited it. On the other side, we run up towards the hairpin. I found myself out a little bit wide as we come through this corner, and again everyone's sort of 3 or 4 wide, get a little bit of a nudge. At the sort of speeds that these cars, a little bump here and there is not too bad. You can get away with it. With these, I end up out wide, trying to go around the outside of somebody at the Dunlop Bridge. It's pretty much been sort of too wide for the entire field for most of this opening lap. As we come up towards the hairpin for the first time, I try to make it 3 wide with the cars that are racing, and then behind us is also 3 wide, a little bit of lag going on. I get to the inside, I get a good drive, I just don't have the straight line speed as another black and orange car pulls away past me. Yeah, my car was good, it was a lovely handling vehicle, just lacked a little bit of straight line speed of some of the other cars. I then tried to get to the inside of a red Toyota, can't quite get far enough alongside, and then on the exit, of course, we are much quicker than the black and orange car in front. We've got the more handling parts or whatever. I have to take the outside line through turn 1. It's a long way around the outside, but again, it is a place that it is possible to overtake. Much easier to overtake at Tsukuba than it is at Sedona. Again, it's plenty of cars too wide through that section. Come around the hairpin again, they're trying to make it 3 wide further back. Yeah, it was a surprisingly clean start actually for this particular race. Unfortunately, lag would be a real problem in this one, mostly for me. I think there's me and one other car that were badly affected. Actually, no, 2 other cars that were badly affected by lag. On everybody else's screen, it was fine. So yeah, that was that was the lag killing me. Yeah, it was a bit of a mess, and then goes somebody else. However, at the front, the black and orange car managed to go around the outside of 2 people at the hairpin, and then just out-dragged everybody down the back straight. That's a pretty good overtake to get around the outside of 2 cars. Despite the terrible lag that was afflicting a few of us, the rest of the race were alright, and things were going pretty well as we come down the back straight, trying to make it 3 wide into the final. I mean, the final corner here is an overtaking spot. 3 wide is a bit scary. In the end, the white and red car does the sensible thing and backs out of it. Trying to fit that many cars into that bit of track probably isn't going to end particularly well. The blue car is a little bit under pressure as they come up towards turn 1. The sort of greeny blacky colour car can't really get far enough up the inside. There's a big slide from somebody in the background as everybody sort of stays in order towards the hairpin. And this middle group would remain pretty damn close throughout most of the race. This time the red car is sniffing around, trying to have a look to the inside, has a go at the hairpin, sort of gets alongside, just about gets through, runs a bit wide, gets a bit sideways, and then everything goes all a little bit laggy. He's still trying to fend off the dark green car. Goes around the outside of the Dunlop Bridge, manages to keep it. The green car's though on the inside for the hairpin. It's 3 wide through the hairpin. A black and white car goes through the middle, and the poor red vehicle loses out, getting stuck on the outside. And then there is the backstretch. Tsukuba is not a particularly long track here. Top speed is not normally something that you really desperately need, but it's just useful to have that little bit more speed so you can pull away, especially down this back straight. And if we round the final corner, it was a Falcon car, and the black and white car ran a little bit wide, got caught out on the grass. It's surprisingly easy to do if you just stick like one wheel on the grass. It's very easy for your car to kind of get dragged off the track. A little bit annoying when it happens to you. But yeah, it's something that can occur. Throughout the field in this one, there was all sorts of close racing. I think this was for 11th, 12th, and 13th between this lot coming up towards the chicane. White and red car just locked his brakes, ran a little bit wide. The white car got past as another Falcon car also made his way through. Yeah, it was good to see that pretty much everywhere there was, apart from me and a couple of the lag broken cars, there was lots of very close racing going on throughout the field. Come down the back straight, and another white and red car has got the straight line speed up towards the final corner. It looks like a fairly simple pass, looks like he's fairly easily through. Gets a little bit of a slide through the final turn, just runs a little bit wide, and the Falcon car is straight back up the inside. And as they come up towards turn 1 again, the Falcon car is now still on the inside. White and red vehicle has got a long way to go around the outside of turn 1, but does have that acceleration and can outdrive him out of the corner and can get the position back. And has so much speed, will be quite a long way gone by the time they get to the hairpin, and is just about safe from the vehicles behind that were then fighting over yet another position. At the front, it was much calmer for the black and orange vehicle. He got to the front, I think it was lap 1 or 2, and then drove away from the rest of the field while everybody was still squabbling over all sorts of various positions. It was a shame that a few of us got lag killed, because aside from that, it was a very good race. This particular one. Our third and final race, having had 2 pretty good races, we went to the Hockenheim short circuit that normally produces some very interesting action. This is another track that overtaking is pretty damn good. Aside from turn 1, that amazingly everybody gets through relatively cleanly. In fact, I think a car went around the outside of me in turn 1, which is a brave manoeuvre. Yeah, this track is really very good for overtaking most of the time. Most corners there is some fairly sensible way of doing some overtaking, except for turn 1. Things were a little skew with in the background with some more strange laggers. My lack of straight line speed was being a problem coming down this back straight. The bluey grey car could simply outdrag me. The blue car that was behind me was much quicker at a straight line as well. I had to make up as much time as possible through the corners. Now this was the straight. Normally I don't bother showing the city lag crashes, but this one I found highly amusing when we're going along, and then all of a sudden the hand of lag has decided that these cars shall no longer point forwards. There is no contact between the 2 vehicles. The game just decides, you know what, these cars should be sideways. I don't know what the hell is going on with that one. It was a shame because it took out sort of 4 or 5 cars out of the race with varying degrees of damage. At the front, though, again, racing was pretty damn close as a large train of us leave the final corner. I get my car to the inside, and my vehicle was very, very quick through that final turn, but the lack of straight line speed was problematic as the cars all stream away from me. I was just not quick enough down the straight. Again, I could be quick through turn 1, and then some of the cars in front as well. You'd be quick through the corners, but we'd just lose out on the straight. The red and white car gets to the inside as the 2 vehicles sort of tangle with each other and end up a little bit wide. Almost gets a double overtake, but again, he doesn't have the straight line speed either as we come down this back sort of straight up towards the next corner. He is on the inside for this next turn, and then there's me trying to carry as much corner speed through here as possible. This is one of the few places my car was very strong at. Again, I'm having a look around the outside, which is quite a brave manoeuvre. That's another place you don't really want to be going to. You can go too wide through there. It's not the ideal place. I keep my car alongside, have a go at the hairpin, and sure enough, I managed to make up the position as well as the 2 cars in front are going side by side into the final corner. I would then get mixed up with this little battle. I think it was for about 4th place, 5th place at this stage, and I was really struggling with that poor straight line speed. The bluey grey car all over the back of me as we come through this next corner. Then I could pull a little bit of a gap through these next turns. I could just carry that little bit more speed through here, and then I could defend into the hairpin. Yes, I'm going to get out dragged down here, but because I have the grip, it's unlikely someone's going to be able to go around the outside of me. I can carry enough corner speed through here. So if I can keep my car in the right place and keep defending, I can just about get away with it. Got to be very careful though, and we round the final couple of corners. This is where I can make up as much time as possible. I have to be quick through here, otherwise I'm in an awful lot of trouble. And sure enough, I get to the inside on the exit of the final corner, and it looks like I can get the move done here. I'm on the inside, and then I'm just completely out-dragged up towards turn 1. I get brave. We go too wide. Again, I can carry more speed through turn 1. I get brave, get to the inside of turn 1, and again up towards the second corner. I've got the slightly better brakes. I've got the slightly more grip. I can get the position at the second corner. I just can't do anything about the straights. We come down this back one, and the car is gone. The car behind is flying up to the back of my vehicle. Again, I have to get brave through this next corner, get a little bit too brave, give the black and orange car a little bit of a bump. I end up out wide. It's going to be side by side through the next corner. I try my best to hold it around the outside, and while I do, I can't do anything about the speed of the other car down towards the hairpin. Then the black and orange car promptly disconnects. That's why he's out playing in the dirt. Yeah, the game got a little bit confused over there. By the middle point of this race, the field did start to spread out a little bit, and the overtaking sort of slowed down. One of the cars that was involved in the funny lag crash at the start just about caught up to the sort of the back of the field. I think this was for 8th position as they come around the corner. Still fighting hard for it side by side again through this next corner. It's well held to keep on the outside of that bit. It's not fun being on the outside. The blue car has got the straight line speed and can fend him off into the hairpin. It's just lacking some of the grip. The black car trying to keep it around the outside, and sure enough, by the time they get up to the final turn, the black car is on the inside. It's a long way around the outside of that one. Blue car almost ending up on the drag strip. You don't want to go out there. Very slidey stuff. You put a wheel on that drag strip and you are in an awful lot of trouble. At the front, and the lead pair did pretty much vanish off from most of the field. As you can think, that was 3rd place, just coming into shot at the very background there. Yeah, these two were fairly close. Well, they were within sight of each other. I think they pretty much stayed like this for the vast majority of the race. The 2nd place runs it quite dangerously close to the drag strip. Yeah, not quite as much action right at the very front. Again, it was a shame about the silly lag crash. I think it would have been a very interesting race had that not happened. But on the whole, again, Hockenheim was still a pretty fun race. These single make races they produce some very good action, I have to say. I was involved with quite a lot of it in the first and third one. Sorry, second one. Shame about the lag. I think that could have been one of the best races we've had. Had there not been some silly lag spikes. Yeah, single make races always produce some interesting action. Anyway, that is it for this week's FailRace versus the community. The next one shall be held on December the 4th. It is a Thursday. We shall be racing on Forza Motorsport 5 using B-Class cars that are naturally aspirated. If you want to sign up and take part in this event, then you can go to our forums. There'll be a link in the description. Find the FailRace versus the community section, and that is where you sign up. That's it for today, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.